Yes, Craig, I'm here at the Etowah County Courthouse, which is closed now, but do you know what else is closed? This murder case. They tell me that yesterday they didn't hear anything. Well, it was later when they realized what they didn't hear was the quiet before the storm. And after hearing what some of the students had to say about him, Dalen was a superhero to his classmates as well, and that was also engraved on this bench that has been dedicated to him that reads, "Fly high, little buddy, our superhero, Dalen." The gym is quiet now, but just this morning, it was filled with prospects hoping to score a spot with the Memphis Hustle. Another employee was here in this pool painting it and getting it ready for the summer. However, that's when he heard loud yelling and car doors banging, stopped what he was doing and alerted his other employee to call 911. With your success being in the NFL and with your skill set, what do you want them to personally take away from you in this camp? With all the excitement revolving around the tournament that's about to tip off in just about an hour or so, fans are really excited about watching the Mississippi Lady Bulldogs and what they are going to do in this tournament. Sad news in Virginia. Police in Virginia Beach, Virginia are trying to figure out what caused a longtime city employee to go on a shooting rampage inside a municipal office building. I'm here at the Robert C. Kyatt Law Center on the Ole Miss campus. Behind me is the coffin flag draped where the late Senator Thad Cochran will lie in state overnight. He will be sitting in a coach's seat, but this time next to other college coaches. Instead of the competition preparing to play against him, many are hoping to grab his attention and possibly play for him.
He told his mother, he said, "I don't know what I'm going to do without him," and she told him he's always with you.
According to Dalen's mother, Zyrion Pullum was Dalen's best friend, and with the help of a school teacher, Zyrion had the opportunity of unveiling a special gift in his best friend's memory.
He never gave up.
Just weeks before the accident, his mom tells me he had just learned to button his pants and ride his bicycle all on his own for the first time. She tells me regardless of how hard it may have been for him, he was never afraid of a challenge.
He was always happy, and he was born with some difficulties, and so he was in therapy and everything, and no matter what goal he accomplished, no matter how big or how small, he would holler, "Nailed it," right after, so everybody knows, nailed it for him.
Thomas tells me her son was always independent, and that is exactly how he liked to get to and from school, independently.
It tickles me, but he would always ride the bus. He never wanted to. You didn't take him to school. You didn't pick him up. He rode the bus. He lived life to the fullest.
And due to that tragic accident last October, today's event was lined with rainbow-colored balloons because his mom tells me that when they said their final goodbyes, Dalen waved back in his own way.
When we were actually leaving graveside, a double rainbow had showed up. And so rainbows have been our things for him, too.
Thomas tells me although the event was in memory of her son, she knows that there are a few things that he would want them to remember as well.
He would want us to always look up and go forward, and no matter how hard, just keep trying.
And with the new engraved bench that now sits in front of the elementary school, everyone that knew him will always be reminded of just that. For most college football teams, the kick return is almost a luxury. Most teams would rather just call for a touchback and get the ball on the 25-yard line, but not Memphis Tigers, especially not Tony Pollard.
Breaks away 30. It's a race now. One man to beat. Touchdown!
A year ago, the Tigers' return man and offensive weapon led the nation with 4 kickoff returns for touchdowns. He won the American Athletic Conference Special Teams Player of the Year award, and going into the 2018 season, he's one of the most talked about players in the AAC. Conference Commissioner Mike Oresco even mentioned Pollard during his opening statements at the AAC Media Day.
Tony Pollard, who was unquestionably the most dangerous return man in the country.
Pollard made his debut with the Tigers in 2016. That season, he scored the first kick six at the U of M in 20 years. He scored another one later in the season and scored 4 more in 2017.
Tony, you really have to be fearless because you got people running at you full speed and you're running right back at them full speed. And the way I look at it, most times people don't want to hit you running that fast because it's going to hurt regardless. So either you take the hit or you take the touchdown.
Tony's success also goes hand in hand with the Tigers head coach Mike Norvell's philosophy that special teams are just that, special.
I think it's an overall team belief. Tony's the best return man I've ever been around. He's exceptional in what he does with the opportunity. But when you have that type of player, the other 10 guys on the field, they believe in him. There is the understanding that we can impact the game. We can be the difference maker, and our kids have total buy-in to that.
With one more kick six, Tony will tie the FBS record of 7. He's now on every opponent's radar, making his job a lot harder.
It's always good to get the recognition that you feel like you deserve, but I try to push it to the side and just keep focusing on the next game, and try not to let it get to my head and stay level-headed.
Going from point A to point B in pretty short order, and inside of 30